Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah, you feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South, yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You could get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Hey. Or you could get stomped in the club for a dub at our start. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? Bitch, nigga better recognize real G's down the ride. Dirty South, I'm a record till I die. And I ain't even got to tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP, where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dub at our start. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch. Southside Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up. Perspective. I'm back. We had kind of a hiatus. We did 2 episodes last month, but one of them sucked really bad, so I just deleted it. So this is episode 129, take 2, the remake, and I think Shabisky's muted, and he doesn't realize it. So,
no.
Oh, there he is. Okay. And Pimpmunk, I don't know where he is.
He ran away.
Everyone should go harass Pimpmunk. Like, go harass him on Twitter or whatever and ask him where the fuck he is.
He's the reason why we're late.
Yeah. Yep. Everyone was blaming Shabisky, but Pimpmunk is the reason why we were late.
I'm innocent.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. That's what Pimp's going to say.
Someone said Pimp blew away in the hurricane, but no, his area didn't even really get hit by the hurricane, did it?
I don't think they make hurricanes that strong.
Yeah, I mean, he lives like inland anyway, but he lived. I don't think his area got hit by the hurricane. I could be wrong. Maybe it did. I have no idea. If he was here, he could tell us. He got punched in the throat, and that's why he can't be here.
I'm Pimpmunk.
Everyone, please like the stream if you would be so kind as to like the stream. So I use a program called XSplit to stream. That's my streaming software, and they did an update of it a year ago, and I hated it. So I've been using the old version of it for the last year, even though there was a newer version, and they forced me to update it yesterday. So we'll see how this goes. Things are a little delayed, but we'll see how the rest of this goes.
We're going to stream here for like an hour, and then we're going to do my Patreon private show for August because I didn't get to do it last month. So we're gonna do an update. And if you guys would be so kind as to sign up for my Patreon, I got the link below, patreon.com/BENPAI.
Oh, yeah.
We had to squeeze it into to the first day of the next month to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, check it out. Patreon.com/BENPAI. There's a link in the description if you want to sign up. There's Shabisky's. That's a piece of prehistoric amber that many small mosquitoes are in, and Shabisky's going to use it to breed dinosaurs.
I'm a scientist.
You're a scientist.
Yeah. Isn't that obvious? Look at me.
Shabai the science guy.
Shabai the science guy. Shab.
What's your favorite type of science? What do you specialize in?
Butt sex.
The science of butt sex?
The science of butt sex. I'm actually very well educated on the subject. I can show you.
You can show me, huh?
Yeah, I can show you.
Oh, man. So, but really, what's your favorite science, Shabisky? Can you name a type of science? One type?
Animals.
No. I mean, there is a type of science based on animals.
Yeah. Animals.
That's not what it's called.
That's my favorite.
That's not what it's called. There's so many types of science out there.
Zoology.
Zoology, good one. Did someone give you that answer?
No.
Who gave you that answer? Are you
No.
Who gave it to you?
No one gave me an answer.
But there's chemistry, there's astronomy, there's biology, there's
astrology,
paleontology.
Don't forget about the great science of astrology.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is basically a scientist.
Yeah. Way more of a scientist than that Bill Nye guy.
Botany. Yeah, see, that's another one. Do you know what botany is?
Yeah, study of plants.
Well, why didn't you say that?
Because I wanted to say animals, because I like animals a lot. Plants are cool, but I like animals more. And butt sex.
And butt sex. Animals, and do you like them together?
No.
Sounds like you do.
I knew you were going to go in that direction.
Okay, I can quote you. You said you like animals and then you name the other thing.
Butt sex, yeah. Yeah.
And
doesn't everybody like butt sex?
Kind of like peaches and cream or peanut butter and jelly. You like those things together. That's why you said them. No?
No. Heck no.
I think so.
Everybody likes butt sex.
Not everybody.
Anybody who doesn't like butt sex just doesn't know that they like butt sex. That's the problem.
There's plenty of people that tried it and didn't like it.
They didn't try it good enough.
Okay. Okay.
Ain't talking to no scientist. They lying, bitch.
Pimpmunk Gate. When will things stop being gates? Like, anytime something happens now, it's, blah, blah, gate. Can we, get past the gates? Right now there's even a Bill Gates gate going on.
Oh, damn.
Bill Gates gate. Once we're 100 years away from Watergate, it's time to stop using gate to refer to all controversies.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates gate. Tommy says more like Pimpmunk 8.
Oh, damn.
He does. He does eat.
A little bit. Mm.
Yes.
Eats
So
a
where
little.
is Pimpmunk? Where is he? I remember when I was a kid, Captain Crunch went missing. I think that's what this is like.
Captain Crunch went missing. Huh?
Yeah, it was a contest. Let's see. It was
I'm getting a dab ready real quick.
It was in 1985. There was a contest. It was Where's the Captain?
Where's
Right
the
here.
captain?
And they gave clues, and you had to write in what you thought happened to Captain Crunch.
You think he's called Captain Crunch because he caps a lot, he lies a lot, or do you think he's like a
No,
gangster?
because he's busting caps.
Is he busting caps?
Fuck yeah, he is. Don't talk shit about Captain Crunch. He's busting caps.
You bust a cap in your ass.
He will. Don't fuck with him.
Don't fuck with that guy.
I guess the character Captain Crunch predates the cereal. He was a legit cartoon character that existed before the cereal, but now lives on forever in our hearts. You know, I don't eat a lot of cereal, but when I was a kid, I didn't like Crunch Berries, but the last time I tried them, they were all right. Your palate
they're all
changes as you grow. When I was a kid, I used to eat Lucky Charms, Fruity Pebbles, and Trix the most. Captain Crunch don't play. Captain Crunch don't play. Fruit Loops? Yeah, I used to eat Fruit Loops also.
You know what tastes like shit now that tastes good when we were a kid, or at least for me, was fucking SpaghettiOs.
Oh, God,
Like,
yeah,
when
yes,
you were a kid,
yes.
they're good, but now you try and you're like, oh
You're
my
right.
fucking
It's
God,
gross.
why did I eat
Yeah,
this?
like, I'd rather just
What is
make,
wrong with
like,
me?
a cheap thing of spaghetti, you know, from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but, like, the dried pasta in hot water. Like, I would just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
SpaghettiOs,
something
I like
better.
Chef Boyardee, too. But seriously, though, pizza with a fork and a knife is awful. Unless it's like deep dish or something, you should be folding it. That's how a real Italian eats. That's how a real Italian eats pizza. Don't make them
No.
take your Italian card.
They can't do that. And since I'm Italian and I did it, that means Italians eat pizza that way.
No.
Yeah? I'm changing the world around me. Okay? One fork at a time.
No, you're not. You don't change anything.
Yes, everybody's going to start eating their pizza with a fork.
Did you know there was
It's
a
new
famous
fact.
actor named Anthony Caruso?
I don't think I've heard of him. I've heard of the
He was
famous
an
singer.
He was an old time actor. He was born in 1916.
I have seen him when I've like Googled
Yeah.
myself like years ago. I remember running into him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a real famous like singer too, like opera or something that is Caruso. I think it was Anthony Caruso.
Looks like your Italian card was already taken.
No,
Tommy took your Italian card.
Me and Tommy are gonna have to have a pokey battle about this. Settle this, like men. That's how men settle things these days.
I also saw that there's like a bunch of there's a Dr. Anthony Caruso that lives in my area in Federal Way, Washington.
Yeah.
Dr. Anthony P. Caruso, MD. What's your middle name?
Can't say.
You're afraid to tell people your middle name?
It's Steven.
It's not. You're making that up.
No, that's my middle name.
Is it Steve with a V or a PH?
PH.
Okay. Did anyone ever call you Tony?
Yeah.
Tony. Tony.
Million times.
Tony.
Also been called Andrew a million times.
Well, that's not. But that doesn't. Like, Tony is short for Anthony.
Yeah, I know. But people would like. There's a million times people would try to remember what my name is. Like, you're Andrew, right? No, not Andrew.
That's your name now.
No.
Andrew Russo.
I'm Andrew. Hi.
Can we call you Vince Russo? I'm Vinny Russo.
Hey. Yeah. I'll take Tommy in a boxing match. Vinny Russo versus Tommy from the Bronx.
I'm Vinny Russo.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hold on. Let me eat a plate of spaghetti before we box, Tommy. Hold on. I'm hungry. Hey.
Do you live on Staten Island?
I don't know.
Vinny Russo, do you live on Staten Island?
Moving there.
Do you take the
soon.
Staten Island ferry from Battery Park?
Yeah. I love that place.
Okay.
I'm going to take a dab in the name of Satan, our Lord and Savior. Our Lord and Savior.
Okay, do it. Smoke smoke your ancient fossilized amber with mosquitoes in it.
Yeah, this one has a big mosquito in it. Let's get that in there. Yeah. The mosquitoes really have a nice tangy taste to them.
They taste like Tang.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Have you ever heard of oh shit, Tommy says your middle name is Howard. Is that true?
Yes, I'm Anthony Howard Caruso. That's me.
Have you ever heard of the Canadian food called poutine?
Yeah, whenever I hear that, it reminds me of like pussy.
Poontang?
Like the word. Yeah, it might like poutang.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
what is it?
It's like French Canadian food originally. Like it started in the French part of Canada. It's French fries with gravy on them and cheese curd on top too.
Okay, yeah.
And then in Canada you can find all types of poutine. Like it's like pizza where they've like found ways to add all kinds of weird toppings to poutine.
Yeah. Well, that's actually like I kind of like eating my French fries like that, just covering them in whatever sauce I feel like and just eating them with a fork.
Yeah.
For a while there, I was taking barbecue sauce and Thousand Island dressing and mixing it together. And
what's with you
probably
and barbecue sauce?
That's
I don't
so
know.
And I swear it's a good. I swear it's a good mix. That Thousand Island and barbecue.
This is a plate of poutine. Fries, gravy, to cheese curd. Looks like they put a little bit of like chopped, what is it, scallions or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, my one time I went to a restaurant with my mom and she tried to order some and she called it poontang by mistake. Like she wasn't trying to be funny. She mispronounced the word. She tried to order poontang.
That's funny.
Like, we don't sell that here.
They're like, you're at. Yeah, they're like, that's the wrong store, ma'am.
Yeah, we don't. That's illegal. Did you mute yourself again?
Oh shit! I thought I unmuted myself. Where did you say you were at? In Canada?
No, not at the time. There's all sorts of places, especially in the north, that serve poutine. But I've eaten it in Canada. Like I've been to Canada a bunch of times, both on the eastern side and on the western side. I've always lived pretty close to it. Well, except for when I lived in New Mexico. That was the only time I didn't live close to Canada.
Yeah, I've barely been anywhere. Just Cali and Nevada. um, to Arizona for like a short amount of time, but not really.
If you cross the border, you were there.
Yeah.
I count being okay. I also count driving through a state as having been there, but I don't count just being in the airport. Like there's been states that I didn't leave the airport and I just stayed in the airport. I don't count that as being there. But when you drive across the entire state, you've been there. It sucks that you did it in a moving vehicle most of the time, but you know, you stop and get gas. Like Kansas. I've never done anything in Kansas except for drive through it. And it's a long state to drive through. It takes forever and it's boring. There's nothing there. But I've seen like a huge amount of Kansas, so I count myself as having been to Kansas before.
This strain is called memory loss.
Damn, you don't have much left though.
I know. I'm getting rid of the last bit of it. My memories.
Everybody like the stream? Give us a good like. Like us so hard. After this, we're going to go do our Patreon private show. There's a bunch of content that I have lined up that we normally wouldn't be able to play on YouTube because the last time I tried to just do a tap private show on a YouTube unlisted video, I got a strike. So,
yeah, seems like it just makes sense to stick with the Vimeo, right? Yeah, Vimeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll get an account on there too, because you got to pay monthly, right, for Vimeo.
For streaming, it's pretty expensive to have streaming. You pay annually for streaming there. It's pretty expensive, but it's kind of worth it. But if you just want to upload videos there, they have a few different plans that are monthly. But the streaming service is like an annual fee, and it is up there. It's like it's like $800 to $900 a year to be able to stream. Okay. So if you do it all the time, it's worth it. But if you only use it like a couple times a year, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I need to use at some point when I start doing private shows more. Oh, damn.
My dogs are freaking out. I'll have to...
Just the one, though, right?
Oh, well, my one dog is old, and I had to take her to the vet today. She's not freaking out, though. She's just old. But my little dogs that freak out at the drop of a hat are freaking out right now.
Yeah. They heard a leaf fall on the ground outside.
Oh, my God, yeah. Anything. Anything. Like, people in the neighborhood, like, if they get out of their car, they'll assume someone's coming to my door, and they'll freak out.
Yeah, they hear their car door shut next door or whatever.
They've seen Billy hundreds of times, and they still like act like he's an intruder every time.
Yeah.
They calm down eventually, but once he comes through the door, they freak out.
I guess I just forget shit because I only remember you having the one little dog. Have you showed your other little? You probably showed.
I have 3 dogs. I have an old dog that's like 16. That's a kind of a big dog, like 55 pounds, and then I have a Chihuahua that's like 10, and she probably weighs like 7 pounds. And then I have my really really little dog who's like 4 or 5, and she weighs like 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the like 7-year-old one that you showed me a bunch, right? That has kind of long hair and stuff.
No, that's mainly my little one, the like 5-year-old.
Oh, is that the smallest one?
I have two small dogs with really long fur. It's just one's really really small and one's kind of small. Yeah, and they're both yappy.
Yeah, they just inspire each other to yap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll fight too, but they can't
While
do
they're
any.
yapping.
Well, yeah, they'll like freak out on each other, but they can't.
Yeah.
They can't hurt each other because they're so little. Like their bites have no power behind them, so they like go at each other, but I can like break them up, and they don't. You know, there's never any actual injuries between them.
It seems like it's because with those dogs, it seems like it's a lot of it's like all bark no bite kind of thing. Like if they even like or at least like not with all of them or whatever, but like my mom has a little dog like that, and I experienced that with them too, where like that when I first met them, they were freaked out about me, and I got like my hands real close to them, and they're acting like they're gonna bite or whatever.
Well,
but it's all an act.
The reason is other than superficial genetic traits like size and coat color and all that, all dogs are the same animal. They're all like the same type of animal. So a little dog doesn't realize and doesn't care that it's little, because it still has the same instinct as a dog that's 200 pounds. It just... Yeah, so if it's not trained properly, it'll be aggressive. But unfortunately, a little dog being aggressive isn't good for it, because it can get killed by another dog very easily. So, but
yeah.
If a little dog isn't trained to behave, it'll act as if they don't realize they're small. They just like that doesn't compute with them, because they have the instincts of their ancestors, which were all pretty big dogs. The reason little dogs exist is because dogs, just like humans, there are genetic traits like dwarfism that exist, and humans bred dogs with dwarfism to make them smaller. And certain breeds of dogs have all of the dwarf dog genes in them. The smallest dogs have several different types of dwarf genes in them. It's just like how like two people who are little people, like humans that have dwarfism. If one of their parents wasn't a dwarf, there's a chance that two people who are dwarves could have average-sized kids.
I always have a hard time remembering the term, but yeah, selective breeding.
Yeah. Artificial selection is like with the dogs. That was called like that was part of their evolution, was artificial selection by humans. But yeah, like if there was a person that was a dwarf and they procreated with another dwarf and they had dwarf kids that procreated with other dwarf kids, like if it kept happening and happening, eventually down the line there'd be like a lot less of a chance of those people's kids having dwarfism. It's like the same way with dogs, because they've been bred with other types of dogs that have dwarf genes. It's interesting.
You mean it would be a lot less likely that they wouldn't have dwarfism? Is that what you meant to say there?
Yes, that's what I meant. If I said it the other way, that's not what... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've never had a little dog before. Maybe one day I'll get a little dog like you got.
Yeah, like here's the 3 different types of dwarfism in dogs and how they cross over into each other. Yeah. That's how we get miniature breeds of things too.
That's a bulldog in the middle on the bottom, right?
Yes, it's, I believe, an English bulldog, which is weird because 150 years ago, an English bulldog was like more like a pit bull than the type of bulldog you see now. They used to fight bulls. Like there used to be a sport that was really popular in England back in the day, which was called bull baiting, and they would send a bulldog to fight with a bull. So it was the type of dog that could kill a bull. But a bulldog today couldn't do shit. They have little stubby legs and like droopy faces and shit. But a bulldog like 150 years ago was a totally different looking dog.
Yeah, I'd assume like teenage bulls or something, like not full grown ones. Probably.
I don't know that much about it. Obviously, it was made illegal because it was like cruel. But
yeah, that's
it. I think it was just a bull, and they sent. I don't know how many dogs they'd send on the bull. I don't know if it was just one-on-one or if it was like a whole group of them.
It makes more sense if there's multiple, because like if it was a full-grown bull, I couldn't see the dog doing that.
I don't know,
but if there's enough of them, a pack of animals can really do some fucking damage together. Like otters messing with like an alligator or a croc. Which one is it?
We have a lot of otters in the Pacific Northwest. I've seen wild otters swimming around in the water. It's interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen an otter before.
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy animals that live up here. We're like way up in the northwest corner here. This was one of the last places where Europeans settled out here. I'm trying to find a picture of the old. They're trying to rebreed the Old English Bulldog too, which is interesting. Here's like a painting of what they used to look like. They don't look. This is what an English Bulldog used to look like. It says the breed is extinct. They must be trying to breed them again. Some of them had stripes. It says they weighed about 45 pounds. Yeah, here they are fighting a bull. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of them all fighting one bull.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which makes a lot more sense, but still, that's fucking crazy.
Well, that's what I mean about dogs and how, like, they don't care if they're smaller, you know? Like, they'll fight something that's smaller than them. I've seen videos where a dog chased away a bear.
Bears can be pussies when it comes to running into a dog.
If they're confronted... Actually, I could have swore a long time ago I saw a video where like a baby duck scared a bear away just because it wasn't afraid of the bear and it was like walking at it like this and the bear's like, what the fuck is this thing? You know?
That's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that happen with a cat before, where a cat...
It probably could. Like if something approaches a bear with no fear and the bear doesn't know what it is, sometimes it'll just run away because it doesn't know what the fuck it is and it doesn't want to risk getting killed. And normally, see, that's why you never run from a bear, because once you run from it, it's not afraid of you at all. It will.
Then it knows.
Well, run away if you can get to a place very quickly. Like if you only have like 5 steps to get to like your car or climb up a tree or whatever, then do that. But otherwise, if there's nowhere to go, once you start running, the bear's going to chase you and it will catch you. There's no way it can, because they run really fast. But if you at least act like you're not afraid of it and don't run away, there's a chance it might just like turn around and leave. It's a better chance than running from it.
Yeah, I used to, when I was a little kid, I used to live in the woods in California, and I'm surprised I never ran into a bear, because I used to just roam around catching lizards all day and stuff, you know. Like I didn't know. like one day when I was like doing that, and again I was like 7 years old or something, I found this really big caterpillar, right? I'm like, oh my God, okay, it's a caterpillar, so that's fine, I can pick it up, whatever. I picked up the big caterpillar. I had to use like 2 hands to hold it. I went inside and I showed my mom, and she's like, oh my God, she yelled, and get that out of here. What it really was like a huge millipede.
Oh God!
It was a big one. Too.
I think those are venomous.
I think I don't know if it was us. I think we did. Maybe it was me and someone else. We were talking about that one day. I guess I think for the most part, actually, millipedes are actually pretty safe. It's centipedes where I think that the danger mostly lies at. But still, at the same time, like that's something I would not fucking touch today. Like if I'm gonna catch that, I'm gonna catch it with a container. Like I'm not gonna fucking touch that thing. But when I was a little kid, I didn't know any better. I thought I looked at it and I thought, oh, a caterpillar. You know, of course it's safe. It's a caterpillar. I'm gonna pick it up. You know?
One time I did pick up a caterpillar, and I didn't realize it was like biting me the whole time it was crawling on me because its bites were so soft. But then later on, after I put it down, I had all these little welts all over my hand, and I have all kinds of weird allergies. So after that happened, like I had all these little swollen bumps on my skin because it was literally just kind of like superficially biting me.
Yeah, like testing you out or whatever. It probably was just looking for food and kept biting you to test out, like, you know, whether or not you were something it wanted to eat.
Right, exactly. And they're not very smart, so they're like, what is this?
What is it? Yeah, so yeah, when I was a little kid, I for some reason I was a lot more ballsy with the animals and stuff. Like I remember I was in like I don't know, like a 4th grade or something. I was really young, and I was the only kid in my class that would pick up the tarantula and hold it. Everybody else is just like, what the fuck?
Well, if it's a
Why
pet,
are you holding
if it's
it?
a pet tarantula, it's probably not going to bite you.
Yeah, it's weird though that nowadays I don't want to hold it. I would not want to hold it. But back when I was a kid, I just wanted to hold it and pick it up, and I was so interested.
Spiders are a lot smarter than like insects, you know, like spiders are not insects, they're arachnids, and they have a higher level of intelligence than a bug. You know, like I've seen spiders like creep around the corner and look at me to see where I am and then like run away.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of smart, and like other species of them, like the larger ones are pretty smart.
Yeah.
And tarantulas are kept as pets, so I would have to think, and I see them get handled, so I'd have to think they don't bite. Like they can be trained not to bite. I don't know. I had a friend. I had a friend who had a scorpion as a pet, and he just never held it. He just like kept it in its cage, and I'm like, I don't know. Like that's not a really good pet to have. I don't want a pet that can harm me. You know.
Yeah. Like. What was the pet that you? I'm sorry. What was the pet that you said your friend had?
A scorpion.
So a scorpion. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of those pets you kind of just look at and don't touch. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was.
Have you ever seen this thing that spiders do on a windy day? They'll just start.
Oh yeah.
I saw a bunch. Yeah, I saw a bunch of them doing that this spring. It was a windy day, and I was like standing outside, and I saw this spider like crawl across this wall, and all of a sudden it just started shooting a ton of web out of it, like into the sky, and then a gust of wind came and picked it up, and it just flew away. And I saw probably like 10 spiders do that, and I looked it up. I guess it's called ballooning, and it's a thing that a lot of spiders do, especially like very small ones.
I would have thought that it was like mainly just one type of spider that did that or whatever. But yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. They like
pretty neat.
They like hang glide on their webs.
Yeah. One thing that I've always kind of wanted to own, maybe if I, money was no whatever, like I maybe if I had more time or whatever, I'd do this too, like but basically like poison dart frogs. They're the kind of thing that, like, I don't know, if you see them in person, to me they're just so fucking neat.
Yeah, I've seen them in the zoo a bunch of times.
Yeah.
They have very vivid colors.
Small.
They're colorful.
They're so colorful, and they're so small, and it's really neat to me. The idea of like building a a terrarium with real
but you
plants
can't even touch
and
them, right?
water and,
you can't even touch them.
yeah, you'd have to use gloves or something.
There's such a chance of you accidentally poisoning yourself and dying from it.
But it's such a neat pet, though.
I'll tell you what, you'll probably trip your ass off while you're dying from the poison.
Yeah, I'll die a happy man. Yeah. But no, I don't know. It's I've always been kind of fascinated with that, with like building terrariums and stuff, like having like plants and water running in it, and like a little ecosystem going on. Oh damn!
What happened to Pimpmunk?
Right?
I'm gonna put you on full screen for a minute. I will be right back.
This is scary. All right, time to dab. I was about to dab. I'm Pimpmunk, guys. I'm Pimpmunk. All right. The chat's not there though. Let me pull up the YouTube chat. Do. All right, I'm gonna take a dab or do. In the name of Satan. Oh, there's the chat. Where's that no talent bum Pimpmunk? Yeah, I don't know where he's at. That poop head. Hope he's doing okay. I don't know why. Maybe he just fell asleep and lost track of time. Kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Dabinski? Yeah, Dabisky. Yeah, people have been calling me Dabisky for years now. You guys like the new tap badges? Like different colors now for different for how long you've been a member. Pimp better show or you'll lose it. Me too. I'm gonna go fucking insane if Pimp doesn't show up. I need him. Me and Ben are lost without him. Where is our Pimpmunk? Yeah, I need to drink a little bit more coffee. I'm a little bit low energy, guys. I just didn't do enough cocaine today, I guess. All right, cheers, you guys. I need a new nail sifting. No, I don't. If anything, it just needs to be cleaned. You know how you clean it? You hit it with a torch for a couple of minutes and boom, clean. It's fucking magic. Okay. Yeah, where have all the pimp monks gone? Did I ever show you guys my Pokemon collection? Oh my god, I can't even. Here, check out my new cards I just got, guys. Check it out. You like them? You like what you're seeing? I got a pretty damn good collection going on, basically, as you can tell. We gotta flush him out. Yeah, where is the pimp chunk when you need him? Oh, damn. Let's see, how many people do we have here right now? We got 84. Everybody hit the like button for us if you haven't yet. We have 85 people watching, but only 53 likes. You do better than that. What's up, Cryptos? How you doing, man? Do a fart? I just did. You didn't hear it? Dude, I look so pale. Stop looking at my paleness, guys. I need to go get a tan.
Go outside. That helps.
No. No. I'm scared of outside. That place is scary. Dab while doing a fart? I just did that. I just said that. Every time I dab, I fart. Okay?
A lot of people
a
lot of people do sleep streams, and
yeah.
I did them years ago, but I'm afraid to do one because I'm afraid I would fart a lot.
Yeah.
And then there'd be clips of me farting in my sleep.
Yeah. I've done it before, but it's a bad idea. I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself. Like, I don't know, fart or something, you know?
Yeah, like when I was doing it, people would send in donos to try to wake me up.
Yeah.
And I had it on the speakers all loud.
Yeah, I remember people doing that. Friggin' Ice Poseidon and the Asian Andy or whatever.
Yeah, when Ice Poseidon and Sam Pepper came to Seattle, me and Billy walked around with them, and they got Billy in trouble. It was kind of
yeah. I don't know, Ice Poseidon. He's just okay. I never really cared too much for him.
We had Sam Pepper here in the studio once. He came here and was a guest on the show. Yeah. He's just
sometimes I'm
what were you
sometimes
saying?
I'm really out of the loop with stuff, and with Sam Pepper, I really recognize the name, but I need to remind myself who the hell.
He's very infamous, and he's taken on many. He's reinvented himself many times, but he was hanging with Ice Poseidon for quite a while.
Yeah, I definitely recognize him. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Ice Poseidon streams at some point.
Yeah, I knew they couldn't keep that going because they let their Reddit control everything that they did. And they would be like, what are we going to do? Oh, let's ask the Reddit. I'm like, man, you're doing what the Reddit tells you. You're letting the Reddit control everything. The Reddit is just going to turn on you eventually. When after you show them that you're doing whatever they tell you to do, there's going to be a time where they want you to do something and you're not going to want to do it. And they're going to find out, and they're going to turn on you, and that's what they did. That was the beginning of the end. And another thing that sucked about them is they were always getting swatted. They would get swatted constantly. I saw so many videos where they'd get pulled over, and they'd have to do the thing where they had put their hands out the window of the car to show that they didn't have guns.
Oh yeah, I hope I don't ever have to be in that kind of position. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember seeing a video of Ice Poseidon's where an obsessed fan showed up to his apartment, house,
but
whatever it was.
He told he made it known where he lived. That was part of the problem. He was inviting fans to come over to his place. It was a really bad idea.
That's definitely something I wouldn't want to do.
Yeah. So then other people found out and started showing up, and then it's like, oh, well, I don't want you here. Yeah, I saw the one where he told the guy to leave and he wouldn't leave.
Was it that like he gave him $100?
I don't remember.
That was kind of an awkward thing. It was like a weird thing. He shows up to meet him and hands him $100 because it's like it's one thing to like tip and support on a show or something, but like it's kind of weird to hand you. Like it'd be weird if I met a fan and they're like handing me money. It's like like that's what they did with him, which was like an awkward thing. I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about, but yeah, that was a while ago. I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the worst that happened to me when I was IRL streaming was like I'd go places and people would prank call the place. And have people come up to me and be like, they'd be like, "Oh, your girlfriend Becky's waiting for you in the parking lot." Like they do that kind of shit.
Yeah. I went to McDonald's once and doing it, and the person behind the counter goes tells me like something about my refrigerator's too cold at home or something like that. Some weird thing like my refrigerator
is running.
Stopped working or some weird thing. It wasn't that it was running. It was something along those lines though. And I'm just like okay, thanks. And then there's another time I'm at a gas station and they call and the woman answers and she like gets my attention and she's like, the person on the phone wants to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't really want to even grab the dirty phone and like even put it up to my face, but I did it. And I it's freaking one of my fans just laughing. So yeah, I've dealt with that too. That shit can be annoying. Be a little funny at some point, but overall, like, it's a little annoying. Don't want to have to deal with that every time you go into a new place, you know?
So Pimpmunk can't be on the show, guys.
Why? What's wrong with him?
He didn't give me a specific reason.
What?
He did not give me a specific reason. We didn't do we didn't do. I mean, like, I don't know. See, Red Eye. Should we make Red Eye the new host in Pimpmonk's place?
Yes. Let's switch this thing up here to Red Eye. Doesn't need to say Pimpmunk anymore. He ditched us, that bastard.
You really
He's basically a Nazi.
You really need to change the name of your show to Anthony Caruso's The Evening Dickwood Show with your host Anthony Caruso and his sidekick Pimpmunk.
Mm-hmm. Well, it should be my sidekick Red Eye and his sidekick
Pimpmunk.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to make that like a logo. Like that's the biggest title for a show ever, but that would be great.
That's the best title for a show ever.
Yes. He's in. Red Eye's in. It's gonna be the greatest. I just can't stop dabbing this shatter. Am I addicted? Do I have a problem?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep feeding it.
Keep feeding it. So we're going to be here for 15 more minutes, and I'm going to do my Patreon private show. I saw a few of you signed up on Patreon. I'm very grateful for that. Patreon.com/BENPAI. It's $5. It's $5.
Yeah. It's true.
Do that. Yeah, what Pimpmunk wants to start a wrestling podcast with me, but he can't even show up to the one we already do.
Right? I want to do this and that and this and that, but I don't want to ever show up. I just want it to happen. I'm Pimpmunk. Oh, damn.
Bow, bow. Chick, 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 chick.
So, what's his name got his channel back, right?
Yeah, Copper Cab.
See, there's something about that gets me, and that's Like when I saw his video where he was crying about it, right? I thought to myself, it's probably gonna work because he's crying. It's probably going to have an effect and stuff. And you know what? It did.
I don't think it's the crying. I think it's that he knows enough people in high places.
Yeah, it's both those things are
I don't think the crying. I don't think crying had anything to do with it. YouTube doesn't care if you cry or not. They care about getting annoyed by people constantly on Twitter. And if you keep doing it persistently, poking at them, and you get a bunch of retweets that make them look bad, then they finally look at it. But what they're hoping you do is just accept their answer and go away.
But to be honest, the make you look bad part, that kind of is part with the crying. I feel like it just had more of an effect.
They do not care if you cry. No.
You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like that's kind of the kind of stupid shit that works like with YouTube. It's instead of you professionally messaging them back and showing them.
Oh, that doesn't work. What works?
Yeah.
What works? What works
tweet
is
at them and show them.
Yeah, I mean, on DP, I lost monetization for 3 days, and I got all these people I knew that were more popular than me messaging YouTube and tweeting at YouTube, and they got their fan bases and everything to keep bugging YouTube, and then within 24 hours, my monetization was back again. And years ago, I lost. They didn't demonetize the channel, but they turned every video. This was a few years ago. They turned every $sign of every one of my videos yellow. And then Ethan Klein from H3 contacted whoever the fuck he knows, and then it all changed back. Like within, it's all about who you know and how loud of a noise you can make. That's the only way, because the people you are talking to before that aren't even people. It's a fucking bot. It's an AI. No. YouTube doesn't want to take the time to get real people to look at this shit because they have to pay those people. And if they actually had to do that with everyone, they'd have to hire way more people than they have working there now. So what they're hoping is that you'll listen to the bot and agree that you fucked up and it's your fault and you'll go away. And when you don't do that and you get enough attention, then someone actually has to look at it and then it gets overturned. That's what it is. And that's why you have to do it on a different platform and not on their own platform.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works.
Yeah.
Dude, one time I set up a stream and I got a strike before the stream even started. Has that ever happened to you?
No, but if people are flagging you, that's something that they can probably do. They'll like report your thumbnails or report your title or your you know.
Yeah, what it was, you know, I do the music countdowns and there was something coming out. I set it up to do a countdown and it got striked as if I was posting their music.
Yep.
And it wasn't even there was no content yet. Again, it was just a scheduled stream.
It probably wasn't even the people who actually own the music. It was probably just someone who wanted to flag you, pretending to be the people that own the music. That happens all the time.
It seemed to actually be the real people, but yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was just crazy to me, for sure. Like you don't even post any content. Yeah.
Did you see that Jared Genesis came back like a month ago?
I guess no. I don't think I've seen.
We can watch the video really quick before we go and do my private show. Here it is.
Yeah, let's check it out.
He got fatter.
How the hell are you guys? My name's Jared Aycock. I've had many aliases.
See, I'm not going to name names, but there was someone that accused me of doxing Jared, which is bullshit because Jared had given his real name away in videos multiple times, like purposefully. So yeah.
I guess Jared Genesis is...
And yes, his last name is Aycock. Literally, Jared A. Cock.
Jared A. Cock.
My most known one.
Cheers,
thank
guys.
you, Keemstar, for that. Oh, God. Gotta love that guy, huh? I pray for my haters. That's okay. That's how God trained me. But, guys, I want you to know that it's pretty much it for me on...
You don't pray for your haters. You threaten to murder them, okay?
Here. I thought that I'd be coming back. And I guess I just wanted to make this a goodbye video. You know, because of the pandemic and because of other factors in my life right now, which I don't really feel like going into, it looks like I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and have a...
You know, people accused me of doxing Jared Genesis and bullying him for being mentally ill. And those same people now do streams where they just within the last 6 months have talked about Jared and made fun of him. It's funny how hypocritical some people are.
Early retirement. And honestly, that's really not a bad thing, you know, after the shit that I went through. Trying to get my camera right here. This laptop is fuckered. But I guess that's the best we're gonna get. What's up, guys? Hey, it's been a while.
You ever heard somebody say that word? They fuckered?
He got fuckered. I've heard that.
Guys, I'm gonna make this video short and sweet for you. You know, we're in trying times right now, and I just want you guys to know that I'm praying for all of you. What is with the top of that
painting?
It's like
almost
bubbling.
Like the top of it.
There's no top part of the frame, or like it's bubbling out of the top of that frame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like up there right or something. That's so weird. The fuck?
I still believe there's hope in humanity. We're just in very dark times right now. And the forces that be, I'm just going to say this, they're trying to cause division within us in every single way possible. Our number one enemy is not each other. All right, guys, it's the government.
The government made me send dick pics to 15-year-olds.
It's, you know,
trying to cause division between me and everyone who has a problem with that.
Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, the powers that be. They're the ones that, you know, pull the strings. And
Did they pull the strings to make you pull your dick out of your pants and take a picture of it and send it to people who told you they were 15?
Sorry for those of you who can't see that. I know for some of you I simply can't wake you up, but I will tell you in time you will eventually see the truth, and I hope that it won't be, you know, too late for you when you do.
Bro.
I did my best to try to educate people on what's going on. But unfortunately, you know, guys, we're I'm just gonna say this, we're in very dark times. Also, I don't want this video to get pulled because I know just how strong the algorithm is now and what they can pick up.
I know how strong Al Gore's rhythm is these days.
But I will just say that guys, I tried to warn you. You know, I tried to warn all of you on what was going on, but none of you took me seriously, and our freedoms are dying by the day. You know, guys, listen, we're in a lot of shit right now, and I'm sorry that I wasn't here to try to help, but I know there are still some of you soldiers out there on the front lines. And by the way, I just want to say, dude, if you're on YouTube, just get the hell off. This site sucks. There's plenty of other sites now that need you. YouTube is corporate garbage.
I agree to a degree with him that, like, I wish people would get together and agree to use a site that isn't YouTube to take some of the power away from YouTube. YouTube's weird monopoly over this type of live streaming and video production. But he's just saying it because people don't like him on YouTube and doesn't realize he portrayed himself as a total piece of shit, and that's why no one likes him. Like, he couldn't even hide it if he tried.
It always has been. It was never great. YouTube always sucked, in my opinion.
YouTube was great when it first started.
You know, even the memes from, like, 2007 were stale.
No. Memes get stale later. Like, I don't think he understands the passage of time. The memes from 2007 were big in 2007.
minus Tourette's guy.
The memes from 2007 were stale, minus the ones I like.
Few others, but yeah, I don't regret like not starting at the beginning. I know some people think that they're OG. It's like, bro, you were on YouTube. I'm sorry, you were never cool. I'm just being honest.
Imagine Jared being the one to decide what's cool and what's not.
You're not cool, man. Me with my ninja kicks in my parents' backyard. That's cool. Okay.
But anyway, listen, guys. I want you to know that, like, during my break, I've had a lot of time to think, and you know, looking at the other side, you know, seeing other people get hated on YouTube, I realize now that, like, I took shit too personally. And I understand why people may have thought that, like, you know, I was a triggered kind of person, you know, Triggerly Puff or whatever. But
that's actually a good name for him.
I see now that
I think that there's a chick that they call Triggerly Puff. It was a girl that was like part of an audience that I'm sure you've seen the video, and she's kind of fat, and she like is real. She like throws a fit and stuff.
I don't watch videos. I don't watch videos.
You've seen them. You've seen it. I'm sure
you know, as sad as this is, people just like to hate, and I was thinking like it was just me kind of shit, but I see it on all kinds of channels. And
no, you were actually embraced by EFAP, which is a very popular live stream. They made you kind of a lovable buffoon, and you ruined it by being a fucking creepy weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, that's why it happened.
And honestly, it makes me feel better. Like, it did kind of give me a happy boner. You know, hope that my video ain't getting removed after that word, but just knowing that
he thinks saying boner will get your video removed.
Boner.
Maybe his dad told him that to keep him off the fucking internet.
Like, I wasn't the only one going through it, because I
love the shit that he said on streams, and then he's like acting like he can't say boner. Like he one of my subs that is Mexican, he told him, you know, that he freaking doesn't like told him to go get a green card, and called him the B word.
He told you that you were Mexican.
And he said that I'm Mexican, as it like as a slight towards me or whatever, like to talk shit at me, and I'm like, why? Okay, what is you saying? I look like I'm Mexican. How was that supposed to hurt me or something? Like,
it doesn't. I mean, like
that doesn't offend me.
Yeah,
fully
say I look like I agree. It's like the mustache or whatever.
Like, Italians can look kind of, you know, Hispanic.
There were sometimes where I did become self-conscious.
Yeah, I would be racist for that to offend me. Like, that was.
But when I look at all these YouTubers, man, you know, people like Wings, people like DSP, King Cobra, people like that.
People like King Cobra better than they like you.
You know, it's just
all the people he just named, like, they get their fair share of trolling, but they have a fair share of an audience that actually likes them.
It's amazing just how much hate they get. But
no, you get the most.
I guess that's just the internet, bro. You know, it's just the internet, bro.
No, there are plenty of people that are on the internet that don't get the degree of hate that you do.
It's crazy though, man, and it sucks that it's like that. But
speaking of King Cobra, what show was it the other day where you watched him? Where was it? Was it on DP or something? Or was I don't even remember. Where he made a soup. You were watching. It was one of you.
I don't know. I do have some King Cobra that we'll watch in a few. I just want to
put like mayonnaise in the boiling water.
Fuck that.
Humans are. You know, the internet is an escape, and it allows you to pretty much vent your problems. And you know, to those of you who attacked me, I can just say this: like, listen, man, it was never my goal to like trigger people.
Dude, you said you'd like date a 9-year-old. You're gonna trigger people when you say that.
Dude, he went down to like 7. He's such a weirdo. The number just kept on getting lower and lower. He's such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's like he said something like 13, and everyone's like, "Oh," and then he's like a 9-year-old. It's like, "Oh, you're going like you can keep going lower."
Yeah,
and
it's either 8 or 7.
Something like that.
Stop that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry for those of you that did have a serious problem with me. I mean, I'm still baffled by it to this day, the amount of hate that I did get, but
why? Like, no, you got the proportionate amount of hate.
I understand. Like, people did have misconceptions about me, and
No, they were misconceptions, because people would interview you and ask you, "Do you really mean that?" And you're like, "Yeah, I really mean that." So there were no misconceptions. What was the misconception?
I get it.
Oh yeah, he explained it pretty well on that stream.
Yep, but
he's
I mean, like,
oh, they
yeah,
they haven't lost their innocence or whatever the hell he said, and shit like that. It's like, oh my god.
But then people asked him that, and he's like, "Yeah, I did mean that." And it's like, okay, well, what are people getting wrong?
But aside from that, you know, like, videos that I would make just on opinions of things, it was baffling the amount of hate that I got. But I understand it now. People, they just are very opinionated and very tribal, and I mean, it sucks that it's like that.
It wasn't tribal. There were all sorts of people that didn't like you. Like, people I would not normally agree with or get along with at all. Like that one guy, Chris, I believe he's like a white nationalist. Like, I didn't agree with his view. He was even like, "Hey, you know, like, we don't like Jared, but you and me don't agree on anything." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I don't agree with you on anything." Like, but at least he wasn't like sending his dick pics to teenagers on the internet.
Just how it is, and that's just how people are. So you know, looking back on it, I see now that, like, I did take things too personal, and I guess it did kind of get me into trouble. But guys, listen, I just wanted to say it's been real. You know, I'm probably not going to ever come back. I'm probably not even going to have internet in my future.
Good. But him saying I'm not going to have internet in my future means his dad is not going to let him have internet anymore. I could see Jared ending up like a Chris Chan eventually. Like, Jared is smarter, I think, than Chris Chan, which isn't saying much. But I could see him doing some dumb shit and ending up in jail like Chris Chan is about to be.
I just think social media.
Yep.
I could see that story.
I mean, I want to see how because, like, you know, criminal hearings are public. So we're going to hear about what happened with Chris Chan when they see their day in court, which is in like 2 weeks, I think. And I want to see what a solid month in jail did for Chris Chan, because the last time Chris Chan went in front of a judge, they were acting like a spoiled toddler that wasn't getting their way. And I want to see, for someone with like such a low amount of self-awareness, what a month in jail does to like sober them up and be like, hey, this is serious. You can't stomp your foot at a judge like you're mad that they're not letting you have your way. They also acted like they said, hey, let me go home and get my stuff, meaning their toys, and then I'll cooperate with this. It's like your cooperation isn't optional. It's not optional.
Yeah.
And no, you don't get to bring your stuff to jail. That's how jail works. Jail is not a voluntary thing. That's what
He's trying to like haggle with the judge.
Yes.
Like, sure, I'll do it, but only if I get my Pokemon cards.
Yeah, or like or whatever, my Nintendo Switch, my Legos.
Yeah, is dumb. I think that most people who use social media are fake. But I just wanted to say goodbye to you guys and just let you know that I had fun, and I hope.
And Jared had just raised $5,500 to come to Bellevue, Washington, and go to a BronyCon and live luxuriously the entire time. It's pretty mind blowing.
You had fun with me too. You know, and I'm praying for all of you guys because
Jared.
we're in dark times right now.
Did I say Jared?
And you know, the number one trick of the devil is simply, guys, to make you live in fear, because that keeps you from thinking for yourself. The number one trick of the devil is, I think, that he plants thoughts in your head, thoughts that aren't really yours. For example, there were people.
So you want to blame the devil?
People who said things to me, I know wasn't really them. I know it was just their inner demons. You know, you can take that literally or figuratively. It doesn't really matter. But many of us do live with actual demons. And, you know, like I said, man, I took things too personal. And also, I'll admit, you know, sometimes I had trouble too, keeping my demons to myself. And I said some pretty fucked up shit to some people. And
you said it to literally anyone who would listen. I don't know what he's talking about with them.
You know, to those people, I would just say that I'm sorry that I got to that point. You know, I mean, I'm surprised.
Like I was just talking about him calling one of my subs like racial slurs and shit. He also said he was gonna get his dad's shotgun and do some shit
he
with
threatened
it
to kill
somebody
people.
Or something.
He threatened to kill people. Said he was okay with child marriage. I mean, said a lot of racist shit. Sent dick pics to people who told him they were 15. The people I knew that happened to were not really underage, but he thought they were. But I've heard that there were people who actually were, that he did that to. I don't know if that's true or not. Everyone I knew was above age, but they were testing him out. And he was like, oh, I sent my dick to them to troll them because I knew they were faking it. It's like, that's still sending a dick pic to someone who didn't ask for it.
Huh.
You know, and
I trolled you guys by acting like a weirdo.
Could you imagine him telling Chris Hansen that on To Catch a Predator? Where he was like, yeah, I was just trolling them. Yeah, when I said I wanted to fuck them, yeah, I knew they were fake. I was just trolling them.
Yeah, I knew you were behind this, Chris Hansen. I trolled you to get here.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Only someone as dumb as Jared would use that as an offense. A defense.
Some people took me as literally as they did, but it's cool, man. Like, it's whatever, bro. And you know,
every day,
it is what it is, dude. At the end of the day,
same thing.
YouTube is really a place that should just be for people who want to say their opinions on things, and you know, not idiots like PewDiePie. These corporate tools, those are the people that ruined YouTube. You know, those are the people that steal all the views. These corporate shells. You know?
It's all envy. I mean,
stupid.
PewDiePie's not a corporate shill.
Yeah, it's so dumb because I'm not a huge PewDiePie fan, but he seems like a decent. Yeah, he seems like an okay dude, though. You know what I'm saying? He does like. There's a bunch of YouTubers. Shill. Yeah, but he said, but I don't get why he'd be hating on PewDiePie out of all of like. There's so many piece of shit YouTubers,
regurgitators. Like, you know, idiots like Review Tech USA and RGT85, people that just regurgitate video game news, people who don't have a brain of their own. YouTube was never meant to be those people. And I just gotta say this, like, if YouTube never went corporate, I'd probably still be on, because I would have had a fan base that would have backed me up, and I probably would have gotten better because I would have gotten more support.
Why would YouTube being corporate or not have anything to do with people backing you? You did have people backing you. You did have a fan base for a short period of time, and it was positive. It wasn't trolling, because the guys from EFAP thought you were hilarious, like hilariously pathetic, but they treated you not as a lolcow, but as kind of like a lovable buffoon. They had you on their show a few times. You built a channel that got up to like 3,000 or 4,000 subs. And then all the weird, creepy shit that you did, like hitting on kids and sending your dick pics around to people who didn't ask for them, came up. And that's what buried you. You buried you.
Oh, yeah.
And then all this other weird shit came out, like him like harassing people on dating sites and like all kinds of weird shit. And all the racist shit. Like I can pull up videos of him right now being racist. Like that he openly was racist about a lot of that stuff.
And that would have inspired me to do better. I just never got
it's everyone else's fault. You just weren't inspired enough. And it's because YouTube was corporate. No, YouTube being corporate is like the problem with that is like monetization and them propping up CNN and like, you know, actual networks and shit over independent creators. That corporate shit is dumb. And the way how it's hard to communicate with them if you have a problem and they just like ban people for dumb shit. But that's not the reason people didn't like you. They didn't like you because you were dangerous.
Support or the inspiration, and that's why most of my videos were simply just rants. So for those of you guys who were wondering, there you go. But that's pretty much it, guys. You know, shit happened. You know, life happens, and I'm not mad about it. I was gonna say that like I was on YouTube for 7 years, and
you made nothing but
I'm honestly surprised.
You threatened to rape Boogie's wife. You did all kinds of messed up stuff. That's how he actually got noticed. Was Boogie was like, look at this crazy fucking dude stalking me and saying all this weird shit. That was when people first kind of noticed Jared.
Yeah, it's weird how he's doing this video where he'll admit a little bit that he was in the wrong, but then like YouTube's the problem and everybody else is the problem.
Right?
It's like, dude,
I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, it's fucking silly. Like, why don't you look in the mirror for a minute here, buddy?
Yep. I know a lot of people who lack self-awareness that are on YouTube and they will apologize while simultaneously make excuses for why they do what they do. It's messed up. We got a little.
As I even lasted that long, bro. Like holy shit, 7 years with my fucking ass. You know, my unfiltered ass. That's pretty amazing in itself.
That sounds gross.
But you know what, guys? I just wanted to say that I wish you all the best.
Love how he's saying ass freely now, and what was the word he was scared of saying? Boner. It's like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't possibly say boner, but ass you could say all the time.
Never.
He knows the words that are okay and not. Stop saying boner. Stop it.
And I'm sorry that I probably won't be coming back, but I did have a lot of fun with you guys. And, you know, I just pray that YouTube will one day be great again. I still watch YouTube on my TV.
You said it was never good.
You
know? He literally said it was never good a minute ago, and now he's saying he wants it to be great again.
It is entertaining.
Every video Jared's ever made, he says something at the beginning, and then throughout it into the middle, he slowly shifts his position to the complete opposite position, where by the end he has totally contradicted what he said at the beginning of the video. No lie, every one of them. He is fucking stupid.
I wish he'd give us some examples of what's better than YouTube. He's like, oh, I still watch YouTube and stuff. Like he was talking before about how we need to switch to something else or whatever and stop. Like, it's like, what do we switch? What do we, like, there is other platforms, but what is it? Genius. Give us no examples. And it gets me mad because I wanted to go and start watching D-Live or whatever it was.
But it's been completely destroyed by corporations, you know, Mama Susan, people like that. And, you know, it is what it is, dude. So, YouTube was never great, though. That's the thing. YouTube
I thought
hold
on, make it great again. So if it was never great, how can you make it great again? You're fucking stupid.
He switched back. That's great.
Really, I'm just hoping that other sites sort of take off when it comes to the whole video sharing stuff. But anyways, guys, I always seem to end videos at the 10-minute mark, so I guess I'll just keep it traditional here. It's been real, y'all. You know, I want you to know that I had fun. And to my haters, I would just say, dude, like, just know that I never thought I was better than you. I know some of you were jealous of me, but you guys, some of you, I think you just haven't found your true potential. And I pray that you do find it. I do. I want you to know that, man. And I love all you guys. I don't have any hate in my heart.
So again, when he's talking about his haters, it's all it's their fault, man. They're jealous of me and fucking they envy me or whatever, and they just haven't found themselves in life, and they're just like, it's like what, like yes, nobody has any reason not to like you, Jared. You only acted up, but then you didn't act up, and then you did. Just switch back and forth with that too. I don't know.
But anyways, guys, better end the video now. Keep it traditional.
He did get fatter, but this is also the most unflattering angle ever. Like, if you've got any type of a double chin and you put the camera like down below you, it's gonna look twice as fat. I mean, he did get fatter, but he has like, yeah. I mean, he's just sitting around eating. Right?
10 minutes, a little bit over, but thank you all for watching.
Like he's trying to hide.
And God bless you guys. Take care. All right. Peace.
Seems like we're seeing this awkward angle the whole time because he doesn't want to show any of his room.
This isn't his room, though. I can tell.
Or whatever room it is. Yeah.
He's probably filming on a cell phone.
Room. Yeah.
Before we leave and go do my Patreon private show, which you can watch tonight, we're gonna watch some crazy shit. I'm gonna get drunk. Patreon.com/BenPai. Link in the description. $5. It helps me out. It helps out all my other projects. There's something that I didn't know that I did. Like there's a word. It's not even a real word that I grew up saying that I didn't realize was very weird to say outside of the area I grew up in, and I still do it. Okay, so let's say you're walking somewhere, Shabisky, in public, and you almost run into somebody. What do you say?
Excuse me.
You know what I say?
Fuck you.
Nope. I say, oh.
Oh.
Oh. No fucking lie. Oh. Oh.
It's kind of like whoops.
Oh.
Similar to like saying whoops.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh. And I still do it. And people look at me like, out here, no one says oh. Okay? So when I'm like, oh, they look at me like, what the fuck are you? Is there something wrong with you? Why are you saying oh? I spell it O-P-E. I've seen other people spell it other ways, but most people spell it oh, oh, O-P-E. Oh, 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 oh. Anyone else here that says oh, you might not even realize it, but I bet you if you're from anywhere in the Midwest, you probably say oh.
It's a pretty normal sounding thing to me. But for older, I think more for older people, like the older generations are more popular.
Here's a map of the Ope Zone.
The Ope Zone.
But okie dokie. Oh.
It's the Ope Zone.
Oh, here's a Wisconsin thing. Oh, just gonna sneak past you there. I would say, oh, I'm just gonna squeeze past you there. Oh, oh, oh. I'm just gonna sneak past you there. That is something that I totally would say. Oh, see all the counties in brown? Oh. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look. This here's an Ohio shirt, and it says Ohio. Ohio. Oh my God. Oh. So hold on, skeptical Jesus. Then you say, "Oop, sorry." Do you say "oop" and then "sorry" after it? Oh, sorry.
Skabibi.
Oh, sorry. Oop.
Skabibi from Canada? I forgot that.
So yeah, I thought it would be more like Jordan Peterson with ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm live streaming. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh. That seems to be a pretty normal thing.
It's a Midwestern
I think
thing
a lot
predominantly. I'm in the U.S. I wouldn't deny that Canadians say it too, because Canadians also say pop instead of soda, and I grew up calling it pop instead of soda too. So.
Yeah.
Actually, I grew up calling it pap. I used to talk like water. I would say water. It's hot. It's hot outside. Oh my God. All right. I think it's time. Ooh, I'm live streaming. We're going to go do the Patreon private show that really helps support me every month. If you want to sign up, $5 is the minimum. If you want to toss me a couple more bucks, that would be cool. I will see all of you guys over there. Check you later.